Okay, guys, so we're going to do this probability problem. What we have are these digits. We have n is equals to 8 digits, and we're asked to create a 4-digit code. In the first question, we're told how many different codes are possible if the digits are repeated, right? So if digits are repeated, here's what we're going to have. We know it's 4-digit code. So, and n is equals to 8, right? So it's going to be 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, right? You're going to get an answer of 4096. So this is going to be your first solution. And the second part of the question, 10.2.2a, we are told that the digits are not repeated. So meaning if you have 4-digit code and digits are not repeated, knowing very well that n is equals to 8, so it's going to be 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. And the answer you should get here is 1680. And then for B, we are told that we should calculate the probability that the code has values or numbers between 2000 and 6000, right? So the probability lies between 2000 and 6000, like this. So meaning the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at 2000, right? 2000. If you look at 2000, values that you can write here, it's either you can write 2000, you can write 3000, you can write 4000, right? So you can write a possibility of 3 digits, right, at the beginning. So meaning that you're going to be having three of those digits at the beginning multiplied by, remember that now you are removing 1. If you're removing 1 from n is equals to 8, remove 1, you're left with 7, right? But you also need to remove another 1 because the last digit is going to be the factorial of this 3. So meaning it's going to be 6. The 6 now represents whatever that is in between. Remember that we have something like this: 8 times 7 times 6 times 5, right? But because already the first 3 digits are going to take up the first place, so hence we said 3. And then there's the 6, right? And then there's the 5. We're going to write down the 5 and then multiply by 2. Why 2? Because it's going to be, you're going to be left with 2 after, because you're going to select 1 digit here. Yes, there's 3 possibility that you will have a start for 2, for 3, and for 4, right? But you will choose 1 and then you'll remain with 2. So that is the reason why we have something like this. So you just need to punch through your calculator now. 3 times 6 times 5 times 2. You should get an answer of 180, if I'm not mistaken. Let me confirm. 3 times 5 times 6 times 2. Yes. So that's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to write down that 180, right? And then the second part is the following. So the first one, you're going to say 180. Second one, because it's 6000, what is the next number that you can put here that is below 6? It's 5, right? Because already 4 is included in the other part, which is this one that we did. So it's going to be 5, right? 5 is another possible number that you can write at the beginning of 6000. Instead of writing the 6, you can put 5. So which means it's just 1, right? So it's just going to be 1 digit, and then you multiply, you remain with 6 times 5 times 1, right? So you can punch this into your calculator. You should get 30, right? Fine. So now that you have this, you are able to find the probability now, because you're going to add 1 and 2. 1 plus 2, which is equals to 180 plus the 30. What are you getting? Please punch through your calculator. You should get 210, right? So the probability is going to be 210 divided by, remember we were told that digits are not repeated. So we're going to take a sample space of digits that are not repeated, which is an answer for this question here, right? Which we got as 1680. Then you punch this into your calculator, you should get 1/8, which is approximately 0.125. So I hope you guys understood this.